problem. They burned off fuel. They had about 80 gallons on board this thing, and now the hope is that they'll be able to bring this thing for a safe landing in at Van Nuys. We're told from the airport that there are fire trucks and all the emergency medical personnel necessary. 2 people on board this plane, the pilot and another, and now they're coming in for a landing, I am led to believe, at Van Nuys. They've made a couple of passes by the tower here to make sure that the nose gear is having problems, and sure enough, it is having problems. But the set of landing gear beneath the wings, I'm told, are fine. It's the nose gear that's the problem. And Trace Gallagher, I guess now we're going to watch and see what happens. You can tell that nose gear might even be just kind of blowing in the wind there.
Look at the engines are off there, Shep. You see that? The engines are off, and they're going to go in with a power-off landing. He'll kind of lightly down on those back wheels and then gently touch that nose down, trying to keep that nose. He's worried about this thing tweaking off to the left. It's down, and this thing, you can see it dangling there, the nose gear. So he's going to try and do a kind of a tail dragger landing, going over. And that is the best case scenario for what could happen. You didn't want that landing gear to tweak that plane to the right. So as bad as it looks, that right there is a picture-perfect landing for the circumstances, Shep.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, not a spark. It would appear that we're about to get the 2 out. The key to all of this was to cut the power, get rid of as much fuel as you could, then kind of get back on your haunches, as my grandmother might have said back in the day, so that you touch down with those 2, the landing gear that are beneath the wings, and then just sort of use the back end as a way to brace yourself, knowing that at some point it's going to tip forward, but hoping that by then your forward speed was down to the point where it wouldn't tip over itself and it wouldn't create sparks, which could cause a fire, and all the best came to be.